So I'm Rae Wilson. I'm the founder of Wine for the People, and we have two productions. We have Dandy Rosé and the Grower Project, and then we have a events part of it, which is called All Access Wine Club. I worked in restaurants for many years, coming up doing many different creative endeavors, which always put me waiting tables and bartending. So, I mean, you know, I had no production experience. I had been a sommelier and had been studying wine for a long time, but I had no production experience. And so, although I had some knowledge on my side in study, I really had no practical knowledge. And I had to ask a lot, you know, put a lot of resumes out there and things to get finally somebody to say, yes, we'll give you a chance on an internship. But I would say that, you know, you really have to continue on when you get the no's, because they will be there will be a lot. But then when it comes to the cellars themselves, the wine cellars, the production areas, they're the most closed. They are essentially, you know, industrial areas with industrial machinery and equipment, and it's just generally assumed that either women cannot operate or do not have the skill or strength to do these things themselves. And so with that, just I'd say the same kind of things with that passing of information. A lot of it is left out for women. There is a gap in just knowledge of the equipment and familiarity and things like that. Again, I do see there is some movement, but we're still looking at, you know, even within the wine industry, saying that California is one of the most progressive. We're looking at under 10%. I believe it's right around 8%. Of winemakers are women in that business. So it is always a concern, as well as, to me, a goal to continue to grow and try to open up a larger area, as well as training that's available to women, because it is not the most easy to get into for women. But I'd say some of my earliest memories were drinking Riunite Lambrusco, which we would jokingly pour into a glass, and as it foamed up, we'd say, you know it's a good wine because it has a nice head on it. There are many wines that are a little simpler and kind of cold and bubbly and perfectly enjoyable in warm weather, such as you could say about Riunite. But yeah, I mean, it's its own form of it, basically taking it back to just really simple. I don't want every wine to intellectually challenge me. I think that our palates need that release, and to just have something that's really simple and enjoyable, and not so far away from that Riunite Lambrusco, where it's just fruity and cold and bubbly on a warm day, and you're grilling and it's easy. And so I think that people have maybe a misconception that winemakers or people in the wine industry don't necessarily, they just take wine so seriously, and they only want these, you know, long-aged, cellar-worthy wines. And really, honestly, you know, if you just want to open a bottle of pink bubbles, and I don't really even need to see the label most of the time, like just pour it in a glass and I'm pretty happy. So yeah, I'd say that probably qualifies for indulgent and just fun.